I'll never forget. It was like the first meeting we had at Rock Nation after getting signed. And Jay was like, y'all need to know that you're already gold. Like, don't come up in here thinking that you have to learn the ways of Rock Nation so you can be like us. Like, no, be who you are. And we need to take the time to catch up to you. You're already gold. And it's our job to learn you instead of you learning us to conform to our ways. And so that was really comforting, to start the whole partnership like that because, that's just so many people's story where they got signed and then you didn't recognize them after that. Because people were trying to make them commercial or industry or whatever. And so that advice was, it's just stuck with me ever since. I learned a lot from Kanye, probably more from the experience of observing him than actually than actually receiving words of affirmation. And yeah, he affirmed me a lot. He believed I was the best songwriter in the world. Like, always just like, I didn't think I was the best songwriter in the world. But he's like, no, like going out of his way to make sure that Victory is in the studio writing lyrics. Actually, I want to speak to that. Why did he think I was so great? He thought I was so great because of my relationship with God. He felt that God is the most powerful force in all of existence. And Victory has a true relationship with God through Jesus Christ. And she's a good songwriter. He had genius lyricists like that, bars all day. I didn't necessarily have the bars as hard as these other fellas did. And I crafted music really well. But the reason why he was betting on me was because she can get into those scriptures and actually know what she's talking about, and then translate it in a language for the youth, and then translate it into who else can pull on the scriptures like she can? Who else has this personal relationship with the Holy Spirit like she does? And sure, there are a lot of people that do, but he didn't know them, and so he's like, this is the most scarce, like, where I'm gonna get another songwriter that can do it, that knows God like that. And so that's why and so that made me start to think, you know what, a lot of times as Christians, we don't understand the implications of the power we have in our relationship with God. It is scarce. Like, some of these places that ain't nobody that know Jesus. Like, you're surrounded by all this vanity, just a lot. And it can be really sad at the top because they have, quote unquote, everything. And at the same time, nothing, because they don't have God. It's like, I got all the money and the cars and this person and so and fashion and but no peace, no tangible, no presence of God. And so I started to see that, I'm not just this girl that was like singing in the park for all these years and they let me come and Jay-Z gave me a shot and all this. No, it's like I got access to the King of Kings, to the actual throne room of heaven. Most of these people don't got that access. What are we doing with our access, and how can we leverage it to show people what the Lord wants to invite them into? And that's what Kanye saw in me, and he validated time and time again. And so a lot of Christian artists don't have the opportunity to interact with the most famous people in the world and see, actually, I carry the power. So a lot of times you know, Christian artists or just artists in general will look up to these people as if they are the highest authority, when in fact we have the highest authority inside of us, which is Christ. And so that's what I really got to see from being in these circles, in these high places. Hey everybody, I'm Victory, and you're checking out 24/7 HH.